just done watching episode 2 of Letter for the King. So Tiuri is on the run. He was being chased by the Red Riders, jumped into the river at the end of the last episode. So we start this episode with him waking up in the mud and his horse waiting there to greet him. So obviously this horse has superpowers and is possibly the horse is the real hero of the story because we're seeing so far the horse is quite badass. I kind of assumed that Cherry would just like keep riding to a new one to the king to hand off the letter, but apparently he immediately went to go see his dad, and that didn't go so well. The bad guy knight, I don't really remember what his name is, he killed Cherry's dad and captured his mom and put her in prison. So that did not go well. But in the end, Tiuri comes back to town. He's not there for very long, kind of screws things up real bad for his family, and then heads back out on the road. So then we kind of meet this new character, Lavinia, and her story is kind of her dad is, I don't even know how to say it. He's just kind of a ruthless businessman and will sell you out for $5. And they've been kind of getting by capturing wanted people, turning them in for bounties. So Cherry comes rolling into town and there's a big bounty on his head, so they capture him. So that kind of plays out with Lavinia. She has her story where she wants to leave the town and go explore and find this path through the mountains that used to drive trade to their town, and she's hoping that she could find it and help the town flourish again instead of just turning in bad guys for $5 at a time. So she spends most of the episode like trying to basically get out of town, just trying to steal Cherry's horse, but the horse is having nothing to do with it. Every time she gets on, the horse just bucks her off. It was getting kind of ridiculous at the end there. Even had one scene where bucked her off, and then 5 seconds later bucks off all of her supplies that she had packed onto the horse. We also see our original other four knights, plus one of their little brothers are chasing after Cheery now as well. And the Red Riders are chasing after Cheery, and the Gray Riders are chasing after Cheery, and everybody's chasing after Cheery. So we kind of have the Gray Knights come get Cheery because he's captured in the little town, and they don't believe his story, not buying anything of it. And then I don't really remember what happened next. They're like waiting to take him home, and Lavinia, after failed attempt with the horse, she comes, rescues Cheery because she wants to get out of the town, and he's really her only way out, I guess. I mean, I guess there's no other horses in town that she could get. So she steals the letter for the king back from her dad, saves Cheery, and they head off out of town. And they get outside of town, and the Red Riders are back. This is kind of where everybody converges. The Gray Riders and the Red Riders kind of square off. The Red Riders seemingly kick the Gray Riders' asses. And also our other knights in training all show up sort of right after this ends. So we kind of end the episode with everybody riding into the fog, and the last of the Red Riders, which kind of seemed like all of them, to be honest, capture the other four knights. So not sure what's going to happen from there. We also learn a little bit about Prince Viridian today, and he wants to be the only shaman. So I guess that's where his powers are coming from. And he says, like, I want to make sure all the shamans are dead, and there's no children running around out there with shaman blood running through their veins. So pretty sure that's Cheery, but we'll have to wait until later in the season to find that out, and might as well just hop into episode 3. I will see you soon.